Vasishta continued, "Give up all your doubts, resort to moral courage. Be a supreme doer of actions, supreme enjoyer of delight, and supreme renouncer of all." So now we've got a different way of expressing it. Give up all your doubts, resort to moral courage. This kind of thing could be horribly misinterpreted, like a lot of spiritual teachings. Give up all your doubts. It's always seemed to me that doubt is more important than faith. But here, doubt is nothing to do with faith. It's to do with moral courage. It's having the courage to actually give up all faith. This is moral courage. Faith is about clinging to ideas, clinging to beliefs. Faith is the state of delusion taken to an extreme degree, to a horrific degree even. Doubt actually takes more moral courage than faith. Because when you have doubt, you're attacking your existential crutches. And this is what self-inquiry does. It takes away all the props by which we seek to define ourselves, by which we seek to build up a picture of ourselves. It attacks all the stories we have about ourselves. And to do this takes a degree of moral courage. And when we continue that process, when we take away all our stories, when we confront the despair which we're so afraid of, and when we go beyond it, when we've given up everything, when we've given up all notions of who we think we are, when we've gone beyond all our moods, when we've realized the nature of our own consciousness, our own awareness, this is what we can take refuge in. This is when we've gone beyond all doubts. We've also gone beyond all faith. So give up all your doubts and give up all your faith. Although you have to give up your faith first before you can give up your doubts. And this is moral courage. This is the courage to act in accordance with your seeing of the truth. Not with your believing in the truth, not with your conviction to notions of truth, but with your realization that the world has nothing to offer and can be safely let go of. And when that happens, we become the supreme doer of actions, the supreme enjoyer of delight, and supreme renouncer of all. And that's what this chapter is about. Such a triple discipline was taught in days of yore by Lord Shiva to Bhrngisa, by which the latter attained total freedom. Bhrngisa was a man of ordinary or traditional self-knowledge. It's the first time we've had reference to traditional self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is usually the goal, but self-knowledge just must mean here the conventional understanding of who we are. He approached Lord Shiva and asked, "Lord, I am deluded by this world appearance. Pray tell me the attitude equipped with which I shall be freed from this delusion." Lord Shiva replied, "Give up all your doubts, resort to moral courage, be a mahabhoktta, a great enjoyer of delight, a mahakarta, great doer of actions, and mahatyagi, a perfect renouncer." He is a mahakarta, great doer of actions, who is freed of doubts and performs appropriate actions in natural situations, whether they be regarded as dharma, right, or adharma, wrong, without being swayed by likes and dislikes, by success and failure, without ego sense or jealousy, remaining with his mind in a state of silence and purity. He is unattached to anything but remains as a witness of everything, without selfish desires or motives, without excitement or exaltation, but with a mind at peace, without sorrow or grief, indifferent to action and inaction, whose very nature is peace and equilibrium or equanimity, which is sustained in all situations, in the birth, existence, or annihilation of all things. You cannot follow these instructions. These are not instructions to be followed. These are instructions which arise as a consequence of realization. You become a mahakarta, a great doer of actions, which is a non-doer, by realizing the self. And then this is how you are. He is a mahabhoktta, great enjoyer, who does not hate anything nor long for anything, but enjoys all natural experiences, who does not cling to nor renounce anything, even while engaged in actions, who does not experience though experiencing, who witnesses the world play unaffected by it. There's only the experiencing. There's not an experience, only experiencing. And this is a constant. It's a constant buzz, if you like. A constant buzz. His heart is not affected by pleasure and pain that arise in the course of life and the changes that cause confusion. And he regards with delight old age and death, sovereignty and poverty, and even great calamities and fortunes. I'm not sure that delight gives quite the right impression. There's a feeling of the rightness of things. Everything is as it is. Everything changes as it changes. There's a sense of harmony with all things. Everything flows harmoniously, and one engages harmoniously in that harmony, including everything which might be regarded as undesirable: old age, death, poverty. It doesn't mean to say that the person is indifferent to such things, but all this is part of the way things are. There may be action to change such things. There may not be. His very nature is non-violent and virtuous, and he enjoys what is sweet and what is bitter with equal relish, without making an arbitrary distinction: this is enjoyable and this is not. One is open to all existence, without judging bits of it as preferable to other bits. He is a mahatyagi, great renouncer, who has banished from his mind concepts like dharma and adharma, pain and pleasure, birth and death, all desires, all doubts, and all convictions, who sees the falsity in the experience of pain by his body, mind, etc., who has realized I have no body, no birth, no right and no wrong, who has completely abandoned from his heart the notion of world appearance. There's only the experiencing going on, and it's a buzz, and we dance with it, we dance with it. Vasishta continued, thus did Lord Shiva instruct Bhrngisa, who then became enlightened: adopt this attitude, O Ram, and transcend sorrow.